Very, very. Whoop. Today I'm testing the Mifine Pro Microbite.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
And I have in there a 2-gram tungsten weight with the peak tanta. Let's see if I can catch anything in this crispy morning. And by crispy I mean cold as hell. Ah man, so cold. Hopefully I'll be able to catch some chub. I already fished with this rod for some time, but I want to give a proper feedback. I already caught sunfish.
Yeah, this was 2 months ago while I was going after that last pesky bass, and I've caught a bunch of very small sunfish, as you can see in here, but this rod was still able to read all those nibbling of these small bastards.
Chub.
Yep, this was 2 weeks ago while it was a very crap day. So these were the only 3 fish I caught with this combo in this day, but what saved my skin was the ability to cast like this.
Yes.
You see my contentment catching this small
Finally.
chub. It was not easy, but again you see that this casting was what saved my day. The ability to do this type of flick under the red pipe, which is the bite zone in here, saved my skin from skunking. And this was like a 10-minute period where I had bites.
Ah, what a big tug.
Do it again, buddy. Do it again. Do it. Do it. I'm telling you. Do it again. Yes. Another small one.
Very. Whoops.
And it's gone. And this is the last of the bunch.
You see? Casting past the pipe, which is a big advantage.
Yeah, I already told that, buddy.
Whoa! A little bit nicer.
Just a little bit.
Let's see. Nice. Unfortunately, full hooked, but either way.
Let's just move to present day and leave this fish alone.
Hopefully today I'll catch some more and
Give
a first impressions on the rod. Hopefully without snagging too much, because this rod, it's a little bit longer than it needs to be on this creek. But either way, yeah. Let's see if we can make something happen. Some nibbling already. Chub really seem to be loving this peak tanta. And it's pretty durable. By the numbers I've caught so far in it, if it was from normal plastic, I would be in like the 5th, and it also breaks in snags, so this seems pretty durable. I have only used one, and it's because I lost it. It's somewhere on that bush over there. So more nibbling. Let's see if we can get a bite. Oh, 3, nice. So try to pass it through. Yep. Without looping around the branch. first one. Pretty small guy. But either way, let's take a quick measurement. So 14 centimeters, first fish of today. A little bit of poop on my hand, a little souvenir de merde. But let's see if we can catch something else a little bit nicer and bigger. Because they are there. But the rod, it's, you saw, for such a long rod with such an extension of cast weight, you really get a good feedback of the biting action. So with that said, man, I really hope the weather and the tides and my scheduling sync perfectly so I can go after sea bass with this rod. I really want to give it a go with bigger fish, but you know how it is. You can always get what you want. The bite just tied a little bit. I might need to go in an incursion on the upper part of the creek so I can just annoy chub enough so they just come down the creek and play a little bit, because it's easier to catch them from the bridge. Let's see this side. I don't see any signs of fish activity in here, but always good to give it a try, because sometimes the bigger guys will hide on the sides. Like the other day I caught a nice 30 centimeter chub just coming from that side over there when I was reviewing the Ricardo. So, but I don't feel anything or I see any fish in here. So let's go up the creek, annoy a little bit the guys so they can come down and play. Man, the sun is out for 2 hours and it's still very cold.
And now I just shut up a bit because there's a lot of barbel, and by a lot I mean 90% of the fish that you see moving over there is barbel, and the 10% that is left, it's very small and medium chub.
Trying to be stealthy.
And if I spook the barbels, it's like an opening on a pool table. Every ball goes everywhere, and in here every fish goes everywhere after the barbel are spooked.
Yep, stealthy paid it off. Got another one.
Stealth moves for the win.
A tad bigger, I would say. Let's see.
I'm 35 and already making old man noises every time I go up and down. But a better fish for today.
Yeah, 16 centimeters.
Giant. They are making weird noises today. Sorry about that.
You see, this soft plastic doesn't tear. The only annoying part is to assemble the presentation, because it's durable, it's harder to put it up on the hook. But let's continue. Did I get a bite while I was before I reel it in?
I think by now cold was messing with my brain because I was feeling bites where there weren't, and I wasn't feeling when they were happening. Like right now, the fish had me for like 1 second, and now I just go up the creek, but nothing was there for me right now. So I go down again, try to make a few casts from the bridge, and you see me this year fishing up the bridge. It's because they cleaned the sides of the creek, and now the main point of anchorage for the chub, it's over there, near that bush that goes over the water. So I'm just trying to entice them to come out of cover to eat my peak tanta. Again, they are all around the same size. I've been catching a lot of 15 centimeter ones.
A small fella, but nice colors on it. Look, the orange, so 14 centimeters.
Also talking a little bit more about the lure, since I'm ordering a bunch of more of TPR lures. They are a bit annoying to set, but they have so much more life than soft plastics.
Again,
That's it's a bit of a good trade-off. I may try to mess a little bit with some sort of small elastics
my lure.
on my hooks
Try to
to keep
catch
them in place, but that will
another
be in
one.
the future. Right now I'm just using it again. The bite died a little bit, so I'm going up again, very stealthy, using the same thing. You see a bunch of fish moving down, and you see that this rod, even long as it is for this creek, it's amazing to cast. So I'm just casting to the roots of the trees where the fish
Another
hang
one.
up, and I caught another one. Again, even if they feel the same size, some of them are a lot fatter than others. You can hear the braid going through the guides a little bit because I'm using a cheap reel on the with some cheap braid. So this is a Beer King Assassin 1000, more of a saltwater reel than the first one that I had on the
Finally.
Sunfish, and the first chub video I was using the Suronoi Artemis 1500S, which is lighter and smaller than this 1000. But I'm really liking this Beer King reel. All the items that I
20.
use, as usual, will be linked below if you want to check them out, and if you buy them through my links, you'll be helping the channel and me ruining my life buying even more crap that I don't need. But that's what I like to do, so if you want to help, be sure to use the links down below if you like any of the products featured in this video.
Can I be stealthy AF if I stay like this?
Nobody, you will ruin your life right now.
Oops.
Yeah, I told you. So I just snagged, and after I recovered my lure, I don't know how, but all that tugging on the tree branches ruined my hook, and I just
So just put a new presentation. Hopefully they forgot I'm here and I will not mess this one. Yes, another one. Up. Don't make any noise. Just shut up. Let's measure this guy. So. Man, more poop. I would say 18
So I continued with the stealthy approach, but by now this stretch of the creek was depleted.
I think most of them should be up the creek. Sorry that I'm speaking so on such a low volume, because they seem to be very spooky today.
Yeah, they were. So I started to fish on the upper stretch of the creek that I can fish from the right bank, and immediately I caught one guy.
Another one.
And again, the rod gave awesome feedback on the bite of this smaller fella. In here I'm having a lot of bites, but a lot of displacement of fish at the same time.
Again, quick measurement.
So they are biting in the midst of a confusion, and sometimes it's harder to pull
15.
the trigger in here. And now I'll just have a back-to-back biting action. So again, nice casting, side casting. Still very, 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 very cold. I think it was actually the coldest day I fished this year, and the day that I had more bites and more fish catched, because I filmed more videos on this day and I caught, I think, 15 or 20
Another one.
in back-to-back casts. Also similar size, I think, if I remember correctly, but I will tell you in a second which size this fella has. Also, a reminder to myself to put the ruler on
Again,
my
quick
belt
measure.
so it has easier access.
17.
Improvements, not by a lot. And again, I had a problem because my soft plastic just disappeared. I think it just slipped off the hook, because this TPR, it's very, very hard to puncture, but after you puncture it will just slide on the hook very easily. That's why I was talking about the small elastics to keep them in place, at least the top part, the beginning of the lure that stays near the shank of the hook, because the tail end, you just push it and it will go straight to place. So another one on the same exact spot, again producing a lot.
Slightly bigger, I think. Let's see.
So as you can see, some of them are actually a lot thicker than others. This one, it's a thicker fellow, even though it's just like 2 or 3 centimeters bigger than some of the other ones that I caught today. Again, I need to improve the ergonomics on my setup. Maybe with
Nice
a
colors.
upgrade for a fanny pack
20.
instead of the sling bag for this type of fishing, where it's very, very fast, just catching, unhooking, releasing. So maybe something that stays on the front, it's a lot better. And now this is the tail end of the session. I'm just making the very, very few casts, trying to catch one last one as usual. Just that last cast that goes on for about 1 hour, and I was up to that point trying to catch that last fellow.
This is the last fish. So we reached the end of the session. Today I was fishing with a Mifine Microbite. Mine is the 220 centimeter version, so 1.5 to 10 grams, and I had a blast with it with chub, because right now it's the only thing that is biting. I could go after sea bass, but you know how it is. I try to have the tides in my favor, and it's very, very hard to have the tides on the time that I have to fish, and I don't want to make like hundreds of kilometers just to skunk. It's very, very annoying. It's really not worth it, but chub put plenty of fight today. I've caught a bunch of them, so that also goes to show how sensitive this rod is. I've thrown today from 1 to 2.3 grams, and the rod managed it with no problems. It's actually fairly accurate for such a tight spot like we encountered in here on the creek. and I'm very satisfied with it. Hopefully we will see more of this rod, because I have a couple of reels like this one to test in saltwater or brackish waters, and you'll see much more of the Mifine Microbite on the upcoming months on the channel. But I hope you guys like the video. Remember to subscribe and to share the video, because I think the guys that like my channel really like it, and I'm having a hard time to expand my viewership. So if you can share this video with someone that has the same stupid sense of humor that you and I have, I'll be very pleased with it. But until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye.